Hi all, so today the lesson is how to make a trend board. First of all, I want you to know about trend board and I want you guys go to the canvas and you can um, get the project number 2 and check out the PowerPoint from there uh, and have a full definition of the trend board. You can also go to WGSN, which is a link from our library catalog. You can go to the WGSN through that link that you can looking at different trend in here. So they will show different type of trend in a different content. Um, what I also like to do is sometimes I'm looking at the collection to see the evidence of trends were used. Here I pulled up one of our collections. I Here they have this really nice place that you can looking at the different brand, their different collections are for the different years. This is 2019 collections. My trend that I like to use, first of all, for your trend, the color is very important because color, the people who will react with the color mostly. In here, my trends that I like to pick is the red. Um, I, I like a trend for the Asian fusion textiles and Asian influences in a trend. So these are kind of the trend that I like to follow, which is like it has more Asian influences. But then color palette that I like to work on is from the Pantone Color. This is a Pantone Color for 2018 fall and winter. These two red colors, see this beautiful burgundy red and bright red, both colors were here. WSN, these are color that is match good on the one of the collection is collection from one of the designer brand. Um, and the shape, the once the colors were good, then the shape, definitely the high collar neck and slit Asian influences. You can hit the download button, but sometimes what they were asking is login. Um, so like I can create my account and I can log in, but lots of time I'm a little lazy on that. What I can do is I can do the screenshot shot. For Apple, for the screenshot is Command Shift number 4, and then it turn to this little mark, and then you can just click, hold, dragging the area that you want to screenshot, and then it make a noise and then it save it to it. Again, Command Shift number 4, and then you can get that to be screenshot. So step number 1 is that you need to do some research and what kind of trend that you adopted for this project. And you can go through the many different um, website and different search they want you to use to create the like little library with the trend that you are thinking of it. I'm gonna be hide on this. So now I'm going back to, so once I collect all the source materials, I'm going to Photoshop, create new. For these projects, I like to have tabloid side, which is 11 by 17. Printing settings that I like to go to the printing settings, and then here is the tabloid side, 11 by 17. Landscape is this pretty common way to put together for this projects. Here is the title. Here's my name underscore project 2, and then this is trend. You can say trend board, trendy. Here is a orientation that I picked just to have a little quick look for 300 dpi and create. I have a blank paper, good to go. Here is a couple way that you can put your images to the Photoshop. You can definitely you can do the same way that you bring your image. You can do the place in bed, and then the little windows pop up, and here is couple screenshot. Did you see that screenshot? And then here is other things that I are downloaded from website. So I have a couple images right here. I can highlight. I can highlight all of. I can highlight all of. I can do one by one, which is it take a little time, but it's definitely doable. So I have one, and then I can do one more. File, place in bed, and then here is the second one. I can place it. So you see that I'm bringing images over here. I can doing like what I did right now is a little off screen, but I click hold dragging, so I have an image that I downloaded from my if I download it to my desktop, I can click hold dragging like that. So it's a little faster than go to place and embed. Um, I can I can do like more, but I'm gonna be stopped right here. Um, I like to bring, I forgot to bring one, but I like to bring my Pantone colors. So I'm gonna do that right now. Command Shift to number 4 for screenshot. Those are the two colors that I wanted to use. There we are. So I brought a lot of images like that. First of all, what I like to do is I like to desizing all of this. See, I have all of this right here. It comes as different layers. You see in a layer panel. If I want to desize on this, I want to making this smaller or I want to making this bigger. Here's the shortcut. Command or Control in the Mac, Control T or Command T, Command for the Apple, then you can get that boxes back and then you can make it large. Careful with getting things in large. Be careful for the pixelation. If your images have too if your image have low resolution, if you're making too large, then you see the pixelation going on. So be careful on that. All the layer have a little fold inside, which is like it make me hard to work on because this is like have a little lockbox on the corners. What I can do for that is I can unlock all that in a one click, which is layer. We go to rasterize layer, and then we can say all. And then all of layer lockbox is gone, and then now I'm feel free to do whatever I want to do. Let's say this is I download it, but I do not want a middle one. I want to get rid of the middle one. I can hide all these other guys so you can see you can see a little better. You don't have to see everything. Okay, so here we are. So I have only these layers were activated right now. I can do the Command T one more time. I can make it large so you can see slightly better. I want to get rid of her. I want this all four, which has all the red, but this one is not relevant, and I want to get rid of that. Here is your next tools that I like to go over is the rectangular marquee tool. So when I change to the rectangular marquee tool, in the right layer, just gonna be making a little box around her like that. So selection's going on, and then I just need to hit the delete button. Voila, she's gone. Okay. Now I have a selection still on. Command D or Control D for deselect. If the hotkey is not used to you, what you can do is you can go select and then you can have deselect right here. I want to move this too, but see right now they were moved together because it moved as layer. I want them to be next to it. Then again, I have a selections, and then I can change my tool to the move tool, and then I can move that to next to each other. Again, select, and then deselect, so selections gone. Now they were together. You can use this for many different things for making this trend board. Right here, again, similar thing that I can do for separate these two. Again, selection tool, select just that side, move tool, move that out. So I can separate that. So for doing that, you can arrange your trend board to whatever you want to do. You can Command T for resizings, and you can put together or with a grid. Here is another shortcut that I'd like to show you is you can go to View, and then you can go to Shows, and then you can have a grid to show, and then you have a graphic papers shows, and then you can arrange with a grid. See, this right here is behind. I want to take that up. Just move that layers top over all this other layer. So it's on the top. So you can rearrange. Sometimes it's hard to see. The shortcut to hide and on the grid is Command Quotation. Command Quotation again, show and off. Here is Marquee Tool. Okay. Here is the Marquee Tool. Select, move. Okay. Have this select. Now this one. So I can line up. Lately, the trend for the trend board is the go with the grid. So I probably will just stay with the grid a little bit so everything looks like well organized. I can put the trend titles Asian red or some things. For that, we can use type tool. Here is the T, the type tool, and the font is up here. So you can pick whatever font that you like. Most of graphic designers like Helvetica. So I picked the Helvetica, which is sans serif. I put the type size a little bigger. Everything's on the top bar. And then I can say Asian red. I can put this as red colors. So here is my trend board, simple trend board. And now I can save this as, and again the trend board. Save as Photoshop for if I want to change anything. I have that samples. Now I'm ready to submit. Then I can save as, and then I can change this format to the JPEG. And then save. Again, the file size I'd like to be in between 2 to 3 megabytes. This is a little too big. I can change my quality to whatever is happy. 2.5 is okay, so I save it. So now I have my trend board is ready to use for project number